It's time for our weekly check-in with meteorologist Jacob Dickey.
Yeah, we're hanging out with him here in the Weather Center. Okay, it's been a busy week.
A little bit.
A little bit. So thank you for squeezing in some questions.
Oh, always. I always get a lot of questions.
Yes.
Tons of them, right?
Well, let's dive right in, shall we?
Yeah.
Okay, question number one. My NOAA weather radio has been, or do you say NOAA?
NOAA. There it is.
My NOAA weather radio has been beeping for the last week. Why is that, and how do I fix it?
Yeah, so one of the issues that happened was they were doing some maintenance on the transmitter tower in Champaign County. So we had some folks that were like, hey, it was beeping at me. What's going on with that? There's usually a weekly test of the NOAA weather radio. And if you miss the weekly test 1 or 2 weeks, generally what will happen then is that it will not show that it's connected to the transmitter. And so you've got to either reset it or turn it off. Now, some folks are saying, hey, what can I do for that here? I got some resources for you. Ready for this? You go to our website here. This might look familiar for some of you. And when we look at that, we're going to go to drop-down menu. And for some reason, my website viewer has hidden the top bar. I don't know why that's the case. Let's do a little bit of TV magic here and make that background a little bit lower. Watch. Maybe. There it is. See that bar? That's supposed to be at the top of the website there. So anyways, when you go to that, when you drop the down menu there, you will find there's a tab called Weather Radio. And I've got some resources that are there. First off, some information where you can get one. There's a nice long video that there's how to program that. You can troubleshoot things of that. Because sometimes people, they say, hey, I've got some issues with my radio. What's going on? And so people are always wanting to be a little bit aware of that.
I love the TV magic you pulled off there. That was pretty impressive. But one thing about weather radios is, I think with our phones and stuff, we think we don't need them.
You're right
so
about that.
Is it true like you can survive with just your phone, or is it good to have one in the house?
I always recommend to have more than one way to get weather information, because sometimes things go down. Sometimes you may forget to plug your phone in and your alarm doesn't go off. That happens to Heather a lot, doesn't it? Right?
I'm not going to get in the middle of this.
Yeah. So anyways, when it comes to that, your alerts and things of that sort, we always recommend you have more than one way to do that. And so that's something that is important. Is that my second question?
No, that was your first one.
That was my personal question for you.
So how do you fix it?
Well, okay.
Just reset it?
Yeah, so you just got to reset it, unplug it. If you need to check your programming, we've got all those details that are on the website.
Okay, very good.
Right,
this has been a messy week, hasn't it?
It's
only Wednesday.
Well, here's the second question. Yeah. The second question is, with all the threats for storms, are there ways to stay connected with the weather alerts?
Yes, there are. And I kind of actually, you almost kind of did the second question there, didn't you?
I didn't mean to. It was an accident. I'm just kind of thinking ahead.
Ready? Yeah. Okay, so there are multiple ways with weather alerts and things of that. First off, you have your phone. You have, you get those wireless emergency alerts. You have a NOAA weather radio. If you have more than one, if one goes down, you can have a second way to be connected to that. What about just weather information? How about this? Let's go back to the website real quick here, and you'll see that weather drop-down tab. Look at all these different resources we have for you. We've got a map room. We've got a severe weather center. We've got forecasts for some of our major cities and local areas surrounding that. We call it hyper local forecast and more. Those are all great ways to stay connected. In addition, the one thing about the storms we had this week is that the threat did persist a bit into the nighttime. There's something new that we're unveiling on our weather special coming up on Wednesday. That'll be that's this evening, 6:30. There's something special that we've got, a new partnership, a new program that I think will help with weather anxiety, because when we look at it, a lot of folks say, oh, I want to sleep at night. This may be a way to allow some people to potentially rest at night a little easier and have a way to get alerted a little bit easier with that. So I think it's something new and unique that folks around here might find a benefit to.
And that's tonight.
That is tonight.
We'll find out tonight.
And if you miss it tonight, you can't be here at 6:30. We are streaming it. We also are going to have it posted online so you can watch on demand.
Awesome.
Okay, one final question.
Yes.
Is snow in April that common?
Yeah, can you believe it? There's some snow out there, right?
We didn't get a white Christmas.
Let's put our Christmas tree back up.
Are we going to have a white April?
Yeah,
a white spring?
April. April snows are a little bit, you may think, unusual. They're not all that common, but they do happen. 2022, we had a trace in April. 2021, we had ½ an inch. We actually, in 2018, had 4.9 inches of snow in the month of April. On average, you take the years that don't have it, the years that do, ½ inch of snow during the month, and I went back and did some math. Of the 120-some years in the month of April, you take all those days, only 57 of those days have had snow out of 3,660. That's about 1.5% have had some sort of snow measured.
Wow.
Interesting, right?
It's more than 0.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks, Jacob.
Yep. Glad to be here.
All right. If you have a question for Jacob, maybe he'll answer it next week when we're right back here with him.
Probably
We'll see about that for Ask Your Meteorologist.